Hello guys, hopefully everybody's staying safe, staying healthy. Today's video will be on weapons. So first thing, I wanted to do a little bit of staff, tiny bit of nunchucks. When you guys are using a staff at home, if you have one, obviously you guys can go outside and use that. If you don't, find a long stick, maybe a broomstick or something like that, and you can still get your practice done. Remember not to do it in the house. They reach pretty far, your staff, so before you know it, you're gonna be hitting your ceiling tiles or knocking something off of the cabinet. So make sure you guys don't do that or hitting the TV. And also just make sure you guys are practicing safely, okay? All right, so first, when you guys are doing your staff, make sure you guys hold it palm down, okay? Start in your chest, punch it down, that's your basic chumbi. Everything that you do with the staff is just like you do it without. So for instance, if we go to our attention, go feet together, hands on the sides. If we have our staff, we're gonna make a circle with it, put it right on our side, stand in our attention. So it's straight up and down, just like we are in our attention position. From here, we're gonna bring the staff around to the chest, step out a little bit with your left foot, punch down. Okay, first two basic blocks, easiest ones you could possibly do. High block and down block. Staff comes into your chest, block over the top, staff back in, and block down. So we got our one, and we got our two. From there, we do low blocks. When you guys do low blocks, think about a low block with the staff, just like you would do a low block without the staff. So without, up to your shoulder, straight down. Up to your shoulder, straight down. The only difference with the staff is you're gonna make a little bit of a bigger circle as you bring it up to your shoulder. So, holding my staff, palms are facing down. I'm gonna start my circle, almost like I'm bringing it up to my shoulder, like a regular low block, block down. Okay, this arm on the bottom here is gonna stay a little bit relaxed. I still have a good grip, but it's relaxed. And this hand is doing my low block. Then I circle the other direction, low block on the other side. Okay, so we have our one and our two. Make sure when you guys are doing it, it doesn't stop here, that you actually complete it, goes to the leg, or at least a little bit past the leg. From there, moving on to our punch, probably our third easiest technique that we can do. Think of a normal punch. Hand here, punch it out. Only difference on a regular punch is you'd be palm up to palm down. When you do it with your staff, your palm's gonna be down the whole time. But you just basically punch it out, punch it out. If I were to let go of my staff and extend and pull a little bit, it should look just like my regular high punch. So again, punches. If I put them together, low block on one side, on the other, high block, down block, bring it in, punch, and punch. Okay, couple extra movements. Next one is a high strike. So it's just like a low block, and it's also just like a chop. You bring your hand up to your shoulder, bring it across. So from here, you're gonna take your staff, circle it, comes up, strike across. Same thing on the other side, up to your shoulder, strike across. And bring it back right to the middle. So again, low block with the circle, 1 and 2, high block, down block, punch, punch, and then high strike, and high strike, just like your regular chops. Couple extras as well. We have downward strike from here, palms are down. Put your left hand up to your left ear, strike straight down. Right hand up to the right ear, strike straight down. So my left hand is currently on the left side of my body, my right hand is striking down. So I'm not gonna take it underneath this side. I wanna make sure my left is on my left. Left hand comes up, I'm gonna bring my right hand to my right. Right hand up, left hand to the left. Then we have uppercuts, same basic idea. Almost like I'm sweeping the floor. When we teach this in class, we always talk about that a lot. If I was gonna bring my hand down, like I'm gonna make the bottom of my staff sweep right across the floor. Now we don't actually wanna hit, but just thinking that. So staff drops a little bit, and we're gonna bring it up with the uppercut. Other hand drops, and up. Drop, and up. The other hand is the problem sometimes because it's a little tricky on what to do with it. So the hand that's here is gonna drop to do the uppercut. This hand stays nice and loose, and it's just gonna come right over to my side. Takes a couple times to get used to. Again, it's kind of like a regular uppercut, it's just with your staff. So if we were to review, we have our low block, 1 on each side. Remember, big circles, and we're finishing. This has a lot to do with art. This is not self-defense or fighting or anything like that. And when you're talking about art, you want to make it look right. So small low blocks aren't really going to look that good. But if we take the movement, make it a little bit bigger, make sure it flows, make sure everything's properly done, then it looks good. So we low block one side, the other side. High block, down block. We have our punches, straight across, high strikes, which are just like chops. Then from here, we bring our hand up to our ear, down strike, other hand up, down strike, and then we had our uppercuts. Hand comes down like we're sweeping the floor, and this other hand that's not striking just comes right over to its same side. So this is my right hand, and it's on my right side. And I go other side, up, Okay, a couple extra moves as well, just to add on. I keep saying extra moves because these really are your low blocks, high blocks, and down blocks, and punches are your basic techniques. Extra moves are ones that you guys would throw into like your freestyle. If I told you just to start doing basic movements. If you didn't know extra moves, you'd be kind of lost doing the same techniques over and over again. So, moving on, you have your jab. You take your staff, pull it from one side to the other side. Okay? This is basically an easy movement, but if you don't do it properly, it tends to swing, and you don't want it to swing. So my right hand is going to strike out. I'm thinking of this almost like a punch. My punch would go straight to my target, so does my jab. This opposite hand is just going to twist in, palm right into the stomach. That's what keeps it straight. When I do it, you can actually hear the staff hit my stomach. Okay? Those are our jabs. Now once we extend out a jab, we can do what's called an upswing and a downswing. Upswing, we're going to make a really big circle with that tip of the staff. So kind of like a low block if you think about it. You're making a circle, but then you're blocking down. On this one, we're going to make the circle, but we're going to keep the circle going to the opposite side, down towards the floor. And right when it gets to here, the hand closest to my chest, I'm going to let go. The other hand's going to come up right in line with my shoulder. So again, here, start to make a circle up to the ceiling. Opposite side, it goes up, it stays right underneath. If I push it against my back, it'll stay. If I don't push this part of my staff against my back, it kind of just falls to the bottom like this. So I'm going to push it against my back, keep my arm a tiny bit bent, and then I'm going to bring it back the same direction and bring it over my head. Now when it comes over your head, think about if you were in a high block position. Exact same thing, but only the one hand. From here, we're going to bend the arm and bring this tip of the staff right underneath. Arm bends around it, like snaking the arm around the staff so that it stays. Otherwise, it's going to fall and you'll be stuck with something that looks kind of like that. So again, we make that big circle, push it against the back to keep it, bring it right back around, down strike. And we pull it in, and we'll do the other side as well. 1, 2. Okay, so again, from our chumbi, let's start all the way at the very beginning actually. So we're holding the staff, making sure we have a middle part to our staff, hands are separated, not too far, but also not too close. We put it on our chest, we do our chumbi. If we wanted to start in our attention, okay, we would just circle, and we bring it underneath the arm. Now currently, I'm doing this mirror image. So if I was gonna do it normal, if I was gonna face this way with you guys, like we would take in class together, I would take my right hand, I would bring it this way, right underneath my side. Okay, and that's how we would do our attention. From there, we take the staff, we bring it in, to right on the chest, palms are facing down, and there's our chumbi. Okay, so again, we have our attention, and our chumbi. One more time, attention, chumbi. If you guys notice, I'm not going really far with all my movements. I'm trying to keep it tight, almost like I was really close to someone next to me. And makes it look like it has more control, okay, more discipline to the technique. So nice and still, nice and controlled, not too far out away from my body. Pull it in, chumbi. Okay, techniques, low blocks, high blocks, down blocks, high strikes. We have our punches. And again, the order of these techniques really don't matter, just basically learning them. Downward strike. Step up to the ear, straight down. Other side, straight down. Uppercuts, jabs, and then our upswing and our downswing. Flip it in, upswing, downswing. And one, right back in. So the way to practice, take a movement, practice it 10 times each side. Okay, if you guys are a little bit more advanced, add your stances to your movements. You can even turn, like you're doing a regular line drill. Then you can start putting your combinations together. Your jab, your upswing, your downswing, and your punch. Just like that. After you guys know the techniques, just kind of play around with them and see how they flow together. After you get done with that, you start working on freestyles. So we would cut angles, we would turn to the back, move the staff in different directions, maybe add some kicks, some stances. And you can do that for a little while as well. Go outside. If you guys are advanced, add your spins to it, your stances, your strikes, your kicks. The more you do freestyle, the better you guys are going to be at it. Freestyle is kind of a way of doing your techniques without actually thinking. Just kind of doing what you learned, doing what you know, and letting it flow together. And it is a big part of testing as you guys get to red belt levels and black belt levels. All right, a couple little techniques that you guys can practice that aren't really curriculum, but just something we do for fun. Hold your staff regular grip. Let go of one hand, turn your thumb down. From here, we're going to take our staff and we're going to roll it this direction. So we're going to go from thumb down to thumb up. just like this, okay? As I do that, I'm gonna let go of my fingers. Now to practice in the beginning, I can just let go of my fingers, keep it in my thumb, and see how far my staff can go around. It can only go so far. So we start thumb down, and we just turn, keeping it in the thumb. Okay, what you wanna do eventually is let go of the thumb also. So once you get to here, you're gonna let go of your thumb, and you're gonna let your staff roll, and you're gonna catch. So again, turn, roll, catch. I can't do it too much more slow motion than that, but as the thumb comes up and I let go of my staff, watch my palm, how it turns towards my staff when it's time to grab. So I'm going from thumb down to thumb up, and right back to thumb down really quick, like this. Okay? And from there, I could take it into my other hand, do the same thing on the other side. Thumb down, roll it, let it go, and catch. And remember, we're not throwing the staff. We're actually letting it go and rolling it. Sometimes it actually helps find the middle of your staff and try to balance it on your hand, which can be tough at times, but that's a good balance drill for you. Along with this one that people play around with in class a lot and we do just for fun. It's just a little balance drill where you take the staff and you put it right on the tip of your finger and you balance it like that. And you see how long you can balance it for. Again, this won't be on your test. It's just a little something that we like to do for fun sometimes. The school record is well over 12 minutes actually. So if you want to try to beat some school records, all I need is some video footage. And make sure I can see the top of your staff also, so I know that you don't have it stuck against the ceiling or anything like that. One more extra. This might be hard to do outside or with your sneakers on, but you can always give it a try. You put your staff on the floor, you put the bottom of your foot right on the middle of your staff, and you're basically just gonna roll it up to the top of your foot. Once it gets on the top, point your toes up, and then kick it and catch it. Doesn't always work the way that you want it to or perfectly, but that's basically how it goes. So you roll, kick, catch. Okay? So those are your basic techniques. Tension position, shumbi, your basic blocks and basic strikes, and a couple little extra moves that you could play around with. The next video that I post about weapons, we're actually going to do a little bit with the chucks, and we're going to do some staff spinning as well. We're actually going to go through all of our staff spinning with a couple extras that you guys can practice too. So keep practicing. Make sure that if you do practice in the house that you have a lot of space. Talk to your parents first. Make sure that you guys have the space to do it. A staff is an extension of your body, so don't treat it like it's a weapon really. Know that it is. Don't hurt yourself with it. But treat it like it's your regular body. So again, if I was going to do my low block with my regular hand just like this without a weapon, I take my staff, I do it the same exact way. Circle and block. Okay, the more you think of your weapon as an extension of your body, so much easier to use. And the more you guys work with it, just like anything else, just like sports, the more that you guys work with the item that you need or the equipment that you need, the better you're going to get. So get to work and let me know how it goes. Thanks guys, talk to you soon.